Worldwide movement, peace, love, respect. Big King Sadiq hollering at you one more again. All right, folks. Another beautiful day. Today is a lot cooler. It's a chilled out day. You know, great brethren, the sun is not beaming at the moment, but it's comfortable and chilled out nonetheless. I love it. Very comfortable, in fact. And that kind of segues me into this video. First of all, thank you all once again. I love you all. Please keep checking me out, right? And I'm going to keep doing my best to bring as much light as possible. So, this video, we're going to call this, Put the Devices Down, Nature Calls. And true indeed, she does, right? Man, first of all, let's set a little backdrop for this and understand, before we go any further in the video first as well, I'm going to be speaking on a spiritual level, not quite so scientific and technical on this one. Let's go off a feel, right? And let's go off of our energetic connection to the higher dimensions, right? So, I've talked, many people have expounded on the fact that this is a very special time on this planet, right? This is a time that is transformative for the ages, right? For a lot of reasons, where humanity is at in our maturity, our collective maturity, the energies that we are being introduced to on this planet, and our positioning currently in the galaxy, where we're at in our orbit or our revolution around the center of the galaxy. They call that the big rev or the big revolution, right? All right. Also, keep in mind the big wheel astrologically, okay? Yeah, this is a very important time, and most certainly the spirit realm, right? Or the higher dimensions, if you want to term it that way, or most certainly taking note. Your higher selves, and believe, if you study and do research into it, no matter what discipline you follow, no matter if you approach it spiritually, scientifically, or both, metaphysically, through quantum disciplines, however you look at it, the fact is, we are multidimensional beings, right? Your higher dimensional selves are paying attention right now, are aiding you in your maturation, that the ascension occurs and you incorporate a great deal more of your spiritual energy into your physical vessel, right? Allowing 100% activation and efficacy of your DNA, all right? Your higher self wants that very much. And in your core, even your physical body cries out for it, right? Again, I talked on previous videos, it makes no sense to operate at 30%, right? You don't accept that anywhere in your life, 30% efficiency. No. Let's get to 100% efficacy of our DNA's full potential. Let's let it flower and not recoil. Getting me to the subject. It is the lower vibrational frequencies that causes your DNA to recoil. Think about that for a second, folks. This is scientifically proven. This is spiritual knowledge that has been passed down through the ages to those who pay attention, right? The elders have told us of this. The negative or low vibrational frequency energies and entities, all of that causes your DNA itself to recoil, which makes complete sense in correlation with the fact that we are only operating at a low percentage of our DNA's potential. Most estimate right around 30%. This is not acceptable. Yet, we continue to subject ourselves to the very sources of the low vibrational frequency energy that causes our DNA to recoil, to be in a state that is immature, right? Your DNA wishes to flower, right? I've made reference to the lotus flower before, right? See, the spirit world or our connection and human involvement in the spirit world, our esoteric selves, right? Understand and know that we are not, at the moment, being our true selves, right? That we still are, if you will, underdeveloped. We got to cook a little bit more, toss us back in the oven. No. Just a joke. King Sadiq can joke sometimes too. All right. Yeah, really, we are, and back to our DNA, we are very much underdeveloped, right? And again, it is because we have become so immersed in all of these sources of low vibrational frequency energy. Don't even think for a moment about the folks in your lives who may bring low vibes into your cipher, right? Your 360. But just think about how connected and how often the majority of us are subjecting ourselves to the low vibrational frequency energy that is emitted by our devices. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to tell you get a huge trash can and toss out all your tech, right? That's not what this is about. Remember, we should always be seeking balance, right? So if you're using your technology toward a high vibrational frequency end and it's acting as a tool and you're using it as a tool the way you should, again, towards some high vibrational frequency end, then it can be an excellent means, right? But if you, like many of us are, allowing our devices simply to steer us in low vibrational frequency directions, right? A perfect example. Studies show that most of us, most of the time, use our phones for some of the most ridiculous things, right? It's ridiculous how much time we put into porn, right? And I personally believe it's because we are so low in our vibrational frequency and so often feeling despair, pain of some sort, stress of so many different ways that we feel stress, so many different forms of stress and factors that add to our stress, that we just simply seek the quickest sort of dopamine fix that we can give ourselves. And unfortunately, we reduce something that is beautiful, which is our orgasmic expression, into what just may as well be popping a pill, right? We use it not much differently. When you are using your orgasmic expression, right, which is in line and part of your beautiful system to create life, and also to manifest things in this world, right, physically. When you are using that energy, that divine process, frivolously and for a cheap thrill to make yourself feel better real quick, understand why you're doing it. And there's no judgment in that, right? You're not wrong as a person, but you might want to examine that action. Maybe that action is wrong. Maybe look at all. See, my mind always has me tending to think of causation. You know, I like to always ask that question, why? You know, and I would ask myself, why would I need that fix? You know, why am I dependent on that cheap thrill? Or any of the other things that we waste our time on our phones. Gaming. I see folks, adults, waste hours and hours on their phone gaming. Cumulatively in a day, literally wasting hours. Time, energy, and I'm finding out a lot of people are even getting into financial problems with these gaming apps from these casinos. Which, folks, it's all about addiction, compulsion, which is all low vibratory, right? Anytime you are compelled to do something, or you feel an addictive nature creeping up on you, right? That's very low vibrational frequency, and it's not what your spirit is yearning for, and it certainly will not aid you in incorporating more of your beautiful spirit energy into your physical body, which will enable you to ultimately increase the efficacy and percentage of your DNA activation, right? Eventually attaining 100% active DNA rather than partially active DNA, likely right around 30%. Again, very low. We're walking around literally a shell of ourselves, right? We are so much more than this. And it is, in large part, that we are distracted from our beautiful opportunity to attain all that. So aside from attacking you directly, right, from attacking your electromagnetic biosphere, because that's what these low vibrational frequency signals that we are submitting ourselves to so frequently by these devices, that's one of the main things it does, is attacks your biosphere to get you at a lower vibrational frequency, which will only prevent, hinder, and hold up your process of ascending, of becoming your best self, your 100% DNA activation beautiful self, your fully integrated spiritual self, right? All the things that truly we all yearn to have happen, whether we realize it consciously or not, right? And it is that technology that provides us not only, again, with those attacks on your biosphere, but with distraction. All day long, walking around, headphones in our ears, right? All day long, walking around, subjected to distractions that keep our attention on anything other than our ascension. Anything other than taking advantage of this incredible opportunity that is before us. Anything other than taking advantage of this opportunity to get out in nature, expose yourself to those energetic influences. Get outside, get that energy in you, instead of just subjecting yourself to the low vibrational frequencies that we've become so bombarded with through all of these devices. We got cell phones, laptops, TVs with cable, internet, and whatever else hooked up to it. Our cars have all sorts of computers and low vibrational frequency tech, tracking, GPS, everything, right? Your world is immersed in low vibrational frequency tech. And again, it's not technology that is low vibrational frequency. Technology is simply us forming tools to accomplish a specific task. Sometimes physical, sometimes energetic, sometimes both. There's nothing wrong with technology. We will always have some form of technology, right? But we have got to keep in mind that those low vibrational frequency powers that be, the elites, right, who develop all this technology and make it so readily available to us, not only that, who constantly bombard us with subliminal suggestions of the importance of this technology in our lives, right? And constantly bombard us with advertisement and different forms of suggestion to push us to use and incorporate more of these technologies into our lives. Those folks don't want to see you ascend. Those folks are trying desperately to maintain their dominance, the old paradigm afforded them, and they know the only way to do that is to keep you at your lowest vibrational frequency possible, to keep you in a fear state, right? So if they've got you jacked into more and more technology, they just have that much of an easier route to get all that low vibe, negative energy, and low vibrational frequencies into your cipher through the technology, through the devices. We are not alone in this, folks. Just as they want to see us fail in our ascension on the spiritual side of things, not only your higher self, as I mentioned before, but many beneficent spiritual forces and entities want to see you succeed and will do everything that they can do to help you do so, right? But you've got to do the work yourself, right? That is the only way to properly mature your spirit, that it is appropriate for you to be ascended on a higher vibrational frequency and in fact evolve to our highest selves, right? So we most certainly have got to take a big look at what is in our lives. More and more devices bringing you low vibrational frequency tech, or should you be getting out in nature more? and getting that energy, getting those vibrational frequencies in your life. Folks, Gaia has a vested interest in your ascension, right? Gaia's beautiful expression, this beautiful planet, has been suffering under low vibrational frequencies, right? And it is to be no more. It's time for the low vibrational frequencies, energies, and entities to vacate this planet. And it is time for the planet itself to ascend to higher vibrational frequency existence, and is currently in the process of doing that. Gaia is raising her frequency, and it is only in Gaia's best interest for all of humanity to raise its frequency, for all the people, for all the inhabitants of this planet to be in a high vibrational frequency existence. Because an ascended human being, what we can become, our ascended highest vibrational frequency best selves, will be the best stewards of this planet, right? We only have this beautiful planet and we take it for granted. I can't even describe how ridiculously we take our planet for granted, right? Let's not do that. It doesn't make sense. We are the only species that destroys its own nest. Come on, folks. And it's not our nature to do that. It is a result, an outcome of the low vibrational frequency lifestyle that we've been taught to live by the elites and those who have interest in us maintaining a low vibrational frequency existence on this planet, continuing to damage this planet with our pollution and all the other negative ways that we impact it, right? And most certainly, as I stated, those organizations, right, do not want to see ascended human beings walking this planet, being the beautiful stewards of this planet that we should be. Because to do so and to have that quite simply means the end completely of their paradigm and of the low vibrational frequency existence of any beings or energies on this planet that are not fitting, appropriate, or suitable to a high vibrational frequency planet, to Gaia's best expression, her best self. So as we become our best selves, Gaia is aided in becoming her best self, and vice versa. So just as I stated, Gaia has a vested interest in you being your highest self, Gaia has energies emitting from her to aid you in your ascension. See, it's all out here, folks, right? This is where it's at. Not tucked away in your house, not in some cubicle, not behind a mask, not with a vaccine coursing through your veins that has incredibly low vibrational frequency impact on you, right? Not with any of these devices, which there are so many, too many to name, that hold us in a low vibrational frequency. Put those devices down. If you're not using it for something that is toward a high vibrational frequency end or outcome, if you're not using it for something that's benefiting you, really benefiting you, right? Put them down. Get outside. Embrace nature, right? There have been so many beautiful sunny days. The sun is pouring energy upon us, aiding us in our ascension, right? Even on rainy days, get outside, folks. Don't be afraid of it. It's just a little bit of water. It's just some sprinkles of holy water. Woo! I'm trying to tell you, this is our time. All of us, right? Don't let the tools, the devices of these low vibrational frequency elites, quote unquote powers that be, or that were, should I say, don't let them continue to distract you and attack you directly through these devices, right? Instead, put the devices down when you're not making good use of them and get out. Get into nature. Absorb all those energies. Take in all that help that you're getting from the spirit world, from your ancestors, from your higher self, from Gaia herself, right? From the galaxy itself. This is something that is wanted. Those of you who understand and realize by now that this galaxy is teeming with life, understand that there are higher beings and higher civilizations that are far older than ours, right? That have gone through this process themselves. In some cases, thousands, if not millions of years ago. They're all cheering you on. Huh? Like my man, the brother Roz Ben say, the star nations are cheering you on, are here to help you. You've got help. Get out and receive it. Don't stay shut in. Don't stay behind a mask or any wall or covering, or don't stay behind some device or technology that holds you in a low vibrational frequency. Don't allow it. Do what your best self calls for you to do. Get out in the world. Become more immersed in it. More interactive with it. Nature is beautiful and is here for you to aid you as you aid Gaia, and have a greater opportunity to do so. So let's embrace that. Put the devices down. Get out in nature, because nature calls. All right. Thank you all once again. You know what it is. Worldwide movement. Peace, love, respect. Big King Sadiq hollering at you one more again.